Alfred. That is my name. I'll be taking you through physics paper 2 for advanced level, that is A level. So I'm very sure that you've been introduced to general physics, that is paper 1, and then also now there's paper 2, and then there is paper 3. But as I've said, I'm going to be taking you through physics 2 with the paper code of P510-2. That is the code for physics paper 2. So, following physics paper 2 has basically 4 sections. That is section A, there is section B, section C, section D. Those are the sections that is in physics paper 2. And then let's look at what is in physics, what is in section A, what is in section B, and what is in section D, what is in section C and D, lastly. And then afterwards, we shall see how do they now set those sections. In other words, examination format. In section A, we have a topic called the light. The topic is light, or we can call it a unit, light. Under light alone is divided into 5 subunits. Which subunits are those one in light? We have these units in light. One in light, we shall look at the reflection, on a plane mirror. That is subunit 1 in light. And then 2, we have reflection on a curved mirror. That also will be our subunit 2 under light. And then let's look at subunit 3. Subunit 3 is refraction on a plane surface. That is our subunit 3 under light. And then subunit 4 is the refraction in a triangular prism. That is our subunit again, still under light. And then next we have refraction through a thin lens. And then lastly, to wind up light for section A, we shall look at optical instrument. And that will be all for section A, coverage under light. And then, if we are to look at what is in section B, section B has a unit, or what we can call a topic, of waves. That is for section B. And the under wave itself is divided into number of units, which is equivalent to around 8 of them also. That is under wave. We have 8 of them. And we'll illustrate it like this, if the space can allow. We have one is called basic properties of waves. Basic properties of waves. That is one under wave now. This is, I can make this end here like this. Basic properties of waves is one subunit under waves, and then followed by wave theory of light. Wave theory of light. That is subunit 2 under waves. And then subunit 3. Subunit 3 is what we are calling interference. Interference. That one will act as our subunit 3 in a wave. And then subunit 4 will be what we are calling diffraction. Diffraction. Diffraction is going to act as our subunit 4 in wave. And then next is what we are calling resonance. Resonance. Are we together? So resonance is going to act as our subunit 5. And then subunit 6 is going to be stationary waves. Are we together? That one is going to be our subunit 6. Is that okay? And then let's look at subunit 7, which is going to be sound. It is going to be what? It is going to be sound. Is that okay? And then finally, under wave, which is our section B, is going to be what we are calling polarization. Polarization. Is that okay? And then if we cover all these 8 subunits under wave, we shall say we are fit now to attempt questions in section B. Is that okay? Good. So now let's also look at what will cover up our section C. If we are to answer something in section C, what is entailing in section C? This was section A. I don't know how I can make it clear for you here. This is section A, course outline, and then this is section B. And then maybe if I can get somewhere here, I can maybe say section C. We see the course outline under section C. Section C, we are going to have the following subunits. One is what we are calling magnetism. Magnetism in matter. That is going to be our subunit 1 under section C. Is going to be magnetism in matter. And then next is going to be the electric current effect. We can call it magnetic effect due to current. Is that okay? So we shall look at the magnetic effect due to current. Is that okay? And then we shall also look at what we are calling the magnetic force on a current carrying a conductor carrying a current. Magnetic effect on conductor carrying a current. Is that okay? Magnetic effect on a conductor carrying a current is going to be our subunit 3 under section C. Is that okay? Are we together? And then we shall also look at subunit 4, which is the electromagnetism. We shall look at electromagnetism as our subunit for in section C. Is that okay? And then lastly under section C, what we shall look at to confirm that section C is over is what we are calling the alternating current. Alternating. That is I. Alternating current. Sometimes we shall abbreviate it as AC. Alternating current will close out for us section C. After covering all these, and then we qualify to have some question answered in section C. Is that okay? And then lastly, is now section D. Section D. Let's see what happens in the last section. What are we supposed to study in order to qualify that you can pick a question and the number and the answer in section D? Number 1, we have what we are calling the electrostatic. After looking at electrostatic as our subunit 1 in section D, we are also going to look at subunit 2 as the electric field. This is letter A. We shall look at electric field. Are we together? Are we together? So after looking at the electric field, this is I. After looking at the electric field as our subunit 2 under section D, we shall also look at what is known as capacitors. We shall look also at capacitors as our subunit 3 in section D. Is that okay? Let me hope we are together. And then now, after looking at all these 3, our closing subunit in section D, which is closing our paper, will be what we call electricity. Electricity. So, let's start. This is our course outline for what will entail in physics paper 2. So, let's meet for the next shift still for the same paper.